Yo guys, what's going on? It is Catman227 here, and I'm back with another Warframe video. Now, I meant to do this video a while back. I guess I just forgot. But I had to do some leveling up just to unlock all of his abilities. I know he's kind of a low level, which is why I'm fighting low level guys here. But, he's a little bit of a low level, yes, but I needed to do this video because I was too excited. So he's definitely in my Rhino is definitely in one of my top favorites list, simply because he's a damage Warframe. He's pretty much unkillable. It's you have to like try to die, otherwise you're not gonna do it. So, but yet again, why would you want to try to die? That's kind of stupid. But still, that's what you'd have to do if you want to die. He's that powerful. And because of his second ability, which is my personal favorite, because if you use it, you are invulnerable to all damage. It is pretty overpowered, and I think it lasts for like as long as you don't take any damage. So it's like the more damage they do to you, the faster it'll wear off. But I'll show you once the enemies come out. Now, I'd have to put Rhino as more of a defense, offense, and support all together. And we'll get into that a little bit later. Reason why I say he's an offense is because of his first ability and fourth ability, but we're going to try out his first ability, which is called Rhino Charge. Rhino Charge is that. It will just absolutely kill everything in its way. Like, it is powerful as hell. And I also like it because it can actually help you get places faster if you have a constant supply of energy. So like if there's a trinity with a energy vampire, you can just spam it, just like bleh. And every time you do that, I believe it increases the damage every time you do Rhino Charge. So if you use it and then use it right after, it will double the damage, and it will take up less energy as when you did the first one. That is pretty OP, considering, like, there's lots of energy orbs around here. But, Rhino is, he's a support frame because of this reason right here, which is Roar. Roar is his third ability, and it weakens the enemies to where they take, see, look at all that damage. And already, Rhino can cause a lot of damage even without Roar. So you can imagine of how much damage that causes. It is insane. And Roar lasts for quite a while, I'd say. I don't know how much did it last for? Hold on. Let me use it again. It lasts for 30 seconds. And it'll probably last even longer than that, and once I max him out. And then probably increases power range and power duration. If you use this, those little rings no longer knock you on your ass anymore, which is one thing I really love, because I hate those guys that just knock you down and then you have to get back up and blah blah blah. I absolutely hate those guys. And I also hate the guys that with the little tripwire that latch onto your foot and then pull you towards them like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I freaking hate those guys. So, and I think we all know why they suck. I think everyone can agree they suck. So, but if you have Iron Skin activated, you won't have to deal with that anymore. No more of that annoyingness. Plus, you will no longer, you will be invulnerable to damage for however long until eventually they shoot through your ability. Now, because right now I am still invulnerable to all damage. They can't do any damage to me, which is just insane. Now, let's see. They also have his fourth ability, which I think does the most amount of damage, and if you get a headshot with it, like, yes, I said that. It counts if you hit someone in the head with his fourth ability, it does headshot damage. Which is kind of weird considering he stomps, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you were to stomp on your head, it would probably do a lot more damage than if you were to stomp on your foot. So, if that makes sense, it would probably do a lot more damage if you just step on your head than he did on your foot. Just think about it like that. But his fourth ability is called Rhino Stomp. And this does an insane amount of damage. Like, watch this. I'm gonna kill all these guys. Look at that. Just sends them flying. And the best part, if they happen to survive, their movement speed and their firing speed is reduced. So, yeah, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. And now imagine using Roar. If you use Roar, and then you use Stomp, like, use Roar to weaken a whole area of people, and then use Rhino Stomp. Dude, that is a lot of damage. That is insane. So, and then not only that, but you can pair it up with like a Kubru or a Sentinel. And then you can pretty much triple the damage from there, and then quadruple it, and then octuple it, or whatever. I don't even know. I'm just making up stuff now. I don't even know. That's just how much damage you can cause with Rhino. He is definitely the most damaging Warframe, and he's unkillable. And he's insanely cheap to get. All you have to do to get the normal one, if you want to get the normal Rhino, which I actually suggest you do instead of spending hours and hours and hours trying to get Rhino Prime, because there's not that much difference. If you compare the stats between Rhino and Rhino Prime, there's actually not that big of a difference between the two. So go and get not Rhino Prime, go and get regular Rhino, because he's a lot cheaper and a lot easier to get. Now, all you have to do is go and defeat Jackal, and Jackal is the first boss that you'll come across. So he's pretty easy to beat, to be honest. He's very easy to beat. So he can just cause so much damage. He's definitely a must-have. Rhino is definitely a must-have for anybody. Just because he's such a lazy boy class. Like, if you don't feel like doing any actual work and you just want to be lazy, definitely go with Rhino. He is the perfect lazy boy class in my opinion. Because you don't even have to do anything. You can just do damage just from doing nothing. Like, look at this. Look at all these people dead. And that's from one move. Like, it's ridiculous on how much damage you can cause. I can't even get over how much damage you can cause with this guy. But, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for the moment. However, there is going to be one more part to this series, and I saved the best for last. So, look out for that and tune in to see that part of the video. So, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Goodbye.